So let's start with proactive renewals and a little bit of a story here about kind of what we've seen happen with entities and organizations that have made a big push towards using asset management data to drive their renewal opportunities. This is actually a real world scenario that's over here on the right hand side. This just happened to be something that we were involved in, but it's really more about the practice rather than anything else. Um, Essentially, we had a situation where we got brought in to help an organization, and they had about 50% uh, 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 renewal rates on each of their renewals that are going through. And just like I was telling you about before, and then once that renewal got missed, it just completely went away, and they never had a chance to go back and even recapture that renewal, even next renewal period. It just disappeared forever. Kind of corresponding with that, they had very little understanding of of the actual assets that their customers were using at the same time. So the green line represents their renewal rate. The red line represents the percentage of assets outside the scope uh, of their asset management program. So the things that they didn't know about. When basically as soon as they began using all of this asset data and they began bringing this information in, their renewal rate jumped from 50% to 74%. Okay. And from 74% quarter over quarter, it approached renewal rates closing in on 93 to 94%. And really the only thing that changed this at this point was the bringing together of this asset management data. Um, uh, they fed this directly into their resale teams at this point. They weren't basically sending their gatherers out to just ask the question, hey, what do you need to renew this time based off of the last renewal? It was based off of the asset data each and every time. That way, if something were missed, it immediately got rectified at the nearest possible opportunity. They were far more accurate in actually getting those renewals out there. And oh, by the way, it was actually a lot more cost efficient for them to actually do this at the same time as well, too. So basically, what this does is that it essentially brings you a way of being able to automate full service quoting and selling in a way that would feel like Excel magic before, right? As once you start bringing in this data, and then once you begin capturing and maintaining that data, then it allows you to kind of keep this quote integrity, right? From quarter to quarter, you know exactly what to expect. You are closing more of your renewals in the quarter that they're supposed to. You're not slipping to the right because you're having these discussions back and forth between you and the customer. And Anyway, it's something that we've definitely seen real results in the real world.